Hello my audience, this is Paul, and before we begin the subject of today's video, I am so honored to be able to record this in a professional filming studio at the Catholic Creator Conference. I decided against footage mainly because 1, I think you guys would find the game footage more interesting. 2, I don't really like how I look with professional lights shined on me, so hope you'll forgive me for that. I had the idea just yesterday that I wanted to take a look at the song Lifelight, which is the opening theme song of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and take a few of the phrases from that song and talk about the Catholic undertones that I have noticed in that song. Again, we won't go through every single line, but we'll just go through the most profound Catholic ones. So let's start with the name, Lifelight. Jesus is the light of the world, and he gives life to all of us through his light. So in and of itself, the name is self-explanatory, but there's also so many references to souls and light throughout the song, and these are very common words that are used in Catholic theology. Search your soul and awaken the undying light. Now, the undying light in this case would be Jesus, but Jesus calls us to be undying light so that we can awaken our soul. In order for us to do that, we have to recognize what is the state of our soul. Are we in venial sin or are we in mortal sin? If we are in mortal sin, get to confession ASAP, because you do not want your relationship to be completely severed from God. I don't think I need to spell out to you guys what that means. So in order for us to be in perpetual light, we need to examine the state of our own souls so that our light from our souls can shine unto others. Rising up as a chorus of souls finds a voice. Now, this is in reference to the communion of saints. Not only are the communion of saints souls that have passed on from their earthly bodies into a more heavenly form, but they do sing a chorus, as we hear in the book of Revelation, that they never stop singing about how holy God is. And so this imagery of a chorus makes you think, generally speaking, when you're in a chorus, sometimes you get people of different vocal ranges and different singing abilities. But in heaven, they all come together harmoniously. Every soul contains a whisper of light, growing louder as it calls to unite. From the distance sings a chorus of souls, rising slowly, stirring heat from the coals. If you don't remember any other line from that profound set of words, every soul contains a whisper of light. Now, a whisper, in general, you think, hey, can you hear me all right? Like, that's the general definition of a whisper. But sometimes in secular media, we often describe a whisper as like a spirit or something that you can just barely detect. Oftentimes, the Holy Spirit, his word, ruah, in Hebrew, literally means breath. And so through merit of our baptism, we also have a whisper or a breath of life on our souls. And in the context of the game, this is not my idea, this is my friend Dan's. So if he's watching this, thank you, Dan, for bringing this up to me. In Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, you have a wide variety of characters. But in the story mode, all of these characters, heroes, villains, whatever Mr. Game & Watch is, and all of these different backgrounds, different religions, different ideologies, they all contain a whisper of light because they all have the potential to defeat the ultimate evil. So I believe that this is a way of God calling all of us to recognize that even if you absolutely despise someone, that person is still called to greatness and holiness. Maybe when you read about Adolf Hitler, you think that he was the worst person in the world. For all we know, maybe he repented. Maybe he did some good things in his earlier life. He had that potential, but he chose to squander it. But we are lucky that we have this song that encourages us to come to the light, let our souls be light, and that even Ganondorf, even Bowser, even all these villains have the potential to not only do good, but to save the entire world from destruction. If that was too hard to remember, just remember this one sentence. Every soul is powerful and every soul is made for God. So with that, thank you very much for watching/listening. I'm sorry that I can't do this professional setup more often, but hopefully if I'm networking with people at this conference, maybe they can help me figure out where to find a good microphone. So pray for me that this is just the start of an audio revolution on this channel. So with that, thank you very much for watching, my friends. And until the next time, remember to keep the faith, stay epic, and God bless. Bye.